or past victimization. And the source clarifies this isn't about blame, it's simply recognizing that suffering is an emotion that needs to be felt to be resolved.
Got it. Suffering is an emotion.
And 5, primal fear of survival, sheer terror.
Wow, those are deep. Primal fear, self-loathing, meaninglessness.
They're foundational, yeah.
So given the claimed success rate, what stops it from working? If the emotions are cushioned, it can't just be that they're too hard to feel.
The main barrier identified is resistance, psychological resistance. It comes down to a person's willingness to actually surrender their existing belief systems, step out of their comfort zones, especially the comfort zone of relying on the intellect, the logical mind, to fix an emotional problem. That seems to be the biggest hurdle.
And the source material points to a specific pattern here, related to gender, that men are more likely to stop the process.
Yes, that's a really interesting observation noted in the source. It suggests that men, perhaps due to a combination of neurochemistry and likely strong societal conditioning, tend to be, quote, more married to their thinking, their thoughts, their logical system.
Prioritizing thoughts over feelings.
Right. Culturally, men are often taught that difficult emotions, hurt, pain, sadness, trauma, are weaknesses. So when those core feelings start to surface during the protocol, the logical mind often jumps in defensively. It tries to distract, maybe with repetitive thoughts, memory loops, even thinking about work emails, anything to avoid feeling that core trauma energy.
A protective mechanism, but one that stops the healing.
Potentially, yes, according to this model.
So putting this all together for you, the listener, the big takeaway seems to be that resolving deep emotional wounds might be more of a skill, a physiological process, than an intellectual puzzle to be solved. And maybe sometimes trying too hard to analyze it with talk therapy can, ironically, wrap more story around the feeling and lock it in deeper.
Yeah, that's the perspective offered. This protocol is positioned as a supplement, not a replacement for all other help, but as a specific tool for these stuck, finite emotions. And the reason it's claimed to be so effective is that it targets these finite pockets of energy. Once they're resolved, completed, they're simply gone. The reactivity tied to them disappears.
Right. And the source links unresolved trauma directly to relationship failure, citing his own divorce. He makes the point that if people don't learn how to actually process and release these difficult core emotions, they might end up repeating similar patterns. So here's something to think about for your own deep dive. We know the national divorce rate is quite high, maybe 60-65%, depending on the stats you look at. Now, if unresolved core trauma, these kinds of stuck, uncompleted physiological cycles, often stemming from childhood, is a major driver of emotional instability in relationships. What percentage of relationship breakdowns might actually trace back not to fundamental incompatibility or personality flaws, but simply to this unresolved, stuck physiological energy? Just something to consider.